Today I will be giving my updated thoughts on Sundial stock. Let's get into the video. Hi everyone, my name is Zach and welcome back to Finance Bro. Before we start the video, I want to make it clear that I respect WallStreetBets and Reddit as a whole. I think it's awesome what WallStreetBets has done for the retail investing community and has gotten a lot of people to start investing that otherwise wouldn't have, so props to you guys on that. And I am even a member of WallStreetBets and I love talking about stocks in there with you guys, so if you're coming from the WallStreetBets community, don't come for my head because I'm one of you. I just like to point out a few things that other people may not. I made a video on Sundial growers about 3 weeks ago and it came with mostly positive reviews but with a little bit of backlash. So in today's video, I figured I can go back over Sundial growers and give my updated thoughts because after the earnings call that they just had, my thoughts have changed a lot. But before we talk about Sundial growers, I just want to remind you guys that we just launched 3 courses on our new website and we are giving you 20% off until Thursday at 11:59 p.m. So just remember to use code BRO at checkout to get your 20% off and you'll be good to go. And if you want 2 free stocks and you have not made an account with WeBull yet, go ahead and click the second link in our description and get all signed up. But without any further ado, let's get into today's stock, ticker symbol SNDL or Sundial Growers. So just a brief overview for those of you who have never heard of Sundial Growers before. Sundial Growers is a cannabis company that has a market cap of about $2.41 billion and an average trading volume of about 319 trades per day. In my video that I made a few weeks ago, I went over the pros and cons of Sundial Growers, but I would like to revise them today because my thoughts have definitely changed and updated. The pros that I gave in that video were the following. That they were backed by WallStreetBets and retail investors as they have 300 million trades per day in average trading volume. That they had an increase in earnings per share over the past 4 quarters, and they continued that in their last earnings call, but I'll go over more of that later. And that cannabis legalization could lead to explosive growth in the cannabis sector as a whole. Well, they just had their earnings call where they beat their expected earnings per share by 2 cents, increased revenue by about 1 million, and paid down a lot of debt. They went from having $121 million in total debt to only having $1 million in total debt this last quarter. And not only that, but they increased their total assets by $70 million and decreased their total liabilities by $125 million. However, there is a downside to this because they had to issue a lot of shares to gain all this money, which will in turn dilute people's shares that they were holding before. But this puts them in a way better financial position going forward. The dilution of shares was one of the major points that I brought up in that last video, as well as the decrease in revenue year over year. But the earnings call that Sundial Growers just had made me feel way better about the company long term because they increased the earnings per share once again, as well as increased revenue 1 million quarter over quarter. But here are a few things that Sundial Growers needs to do in order for me to stay bullish on them long term. And yes, I am bullish now on the stock. They need to continue to increase revenue and stop issuing new shares. That is the biggest thing. They cannot issue any more shares because they are diluting the shares way too much at this point. Their balance sheet looks amazing at the moment. Now they just need to use the cash that they have received to start increasing their revenue streams. If they just do those 2 things, then I see a great future for Sundial Growers. Now, Sundial is one of the most talked about stocks on WallStreetBets, so when I decided to make a video on it a few weeks ago, I knew it would do well, but not as well as it did. It got 20,000 views, 529 likes, and about 86 dislikes, and it also got a few hate comments. So I figured, hey, why not go over some comments that I got in the video, some positive, some negative, so I can respond to them in video form. So I will be honest, most of the hate comments and dislikes I got were on the first day, and ever since then it has been pretty positive. So if it looks like there's mostly positive comments, it's because the video seemed to be more well received as time went on. I think it's because people started watching more of the video because I give both sides of the argument. But first we got Adam Provisat. He said, dude, glad to see a realistic look at Sundial. Great work. 9 likes. That's really dope. Otaku Dan had a pretty funny comment. He said Sundial is going to explode on April 20th just for the meme. Same goes with other companies in their line of business. And I think we all know what 420 is. And actually, that's my birthday. So funny you say that. You know, if I do have a Sundial position at that point, I'm hoping to be very happy that day with that position. Ethan Mitchell said, do your research, LOL. Some of us work 60 hours a week, zero time for that. Would love if Sundial just blew up. Hey Ethan, I respect the hustle, but at the end of the day, if you want to be trading, you can't just follow someone blindly on YouTube because you're not going to know their entry or exit points. And even if they do give you those, if you're working that amount of time, you're not going to be able to actually sell and buy at the correct times that the person is telling you at. So maybe just start investing for the long term and not just following people blindly on the internet. But thank you for the comment for the YouTube algorithm. Taku said, this guy wants to hype the stock, be careful, and that doesn't make a lot of sense to me considering I gave the pros and the cons to the video, and at that point in time I was actually kind of bearish on the stock. I was in the middle, but I was kind of bearish on the stock. Now I'm bullish on the stock, but in this video I was pretty bearish on the stock, so that doesn't really make much sense to me, but thanks for the comment. And the last comment that I'll go over today is from Steve Cannon. He said, sorry, I have to disagree with you on one key point. WallStreetBets users actually do a ton of due diligence on stocks they are promoting. Granted, some may have an agenda. Let's not forget it took a whole year since Deep Effing Value started talking about GME to get the whole ball rolling. But then, to be fair, WallStreetBets didn't have almost 8 million users. I've read several long reports from WallStreetBets members, sometimes a bit on the overkill side. Other than that, yeah. But you also have to remember that their motivation isn't always the same as the average investor. They could give a damn if their stocks tank. They do love the holding patterns no matter what. Steve, I think this is a great comment and I think it's very well supported. But the fact of the matter is that all of those due diligence get lost in the shuffle. That was my point of the video, and that's the point of this video. Don't just blindly follow stocks on WallStreetBets. Actually dig deep into the stocks to see if you want to invest in them. That is the whole point of this video, and the fact of the matter is that their due diligence gets lost in the shuffle, so that's what the whole video is about. But I respect your opinion. And that's going to be it for reading the comments. This is something new. Let me know if I should do this more often. As for my overall thoughts on Sundial growers, I'm actually pretty bullish on them at this point. The fact of the matter is that their balance sheet actually improved so much quarter over quarter, and they are starting to pick up the revenue again, so they are starting to make more revenue. As long as they continue to do that, then I will continue to build out my position with them, and I'm very much looking forward to their next earnings call to see how much revenue they have done in this quarter. But I want to remind you guys that I'm not a financial advisor and that this is not financial advice. If you do want financial advice, go ahead and seek it out from a professional financial advisor, not some random guy you met on the internet 5 minutes ago. But if you are interested in buying Sundial growers and you have not made an account with WeBull yet, what are you doing? You got to get in the pre-market and after hours with us. All you gotta do is make an account, deposit $100, and you can get 2 free stocks worth up to $1,850. And now for comment of the day. Y'all comment and I'll pick one of your comments for comment of the day. Today's comment of the day is coming from Fake News, and he said, appreciate the coverage, I love sense. Thanks for the comment, Fake News. And if you guys keep watching the videos, we'll keep making them. But that's gonna be it for today's video. If you did enjoy, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, as it really helps with the YouTube algorithm and it shows we're doing something right here. But my name is Zach, and I'll see you in the next video.